Everyone, and welcome to Hanging Out for a Living. Today, we have the pleasure of interviewing Joel Craddock, the president of Doc's Facility Solutions. With a passion for helping cleaning companies in need of guidance and expertise, Doc's Facilities Consulting offers clarity, focus, and sustainable growth strategies. Since its establishment in 2013, Doc's Facilities Solutions has excelled as a commercial janitorial company, prioritizing cleaning for health. Through their highly trained employees and innovative technology, they establish transparent partnerships with clients, enabling both parties to concentrate on their core businesses. And by providing services such as daily cleaning, construction cleanups, turnarounds, carpet care, and infection control practices, they have successfully improved staff productivity and reduced absenteeism. So join us as we delve into the world of facility solutions and gain valuable insights from Joel. Joel, thanks so much for joining us today. Really appreciate you taking time.
Welcome, Teresa. It's a pleasure to be asked to be a guest.
Thanks. So we'll dive right in because I know our viewers are really, I'm excited about this segment. I'm excited about all of them, but this is so unique too. So Joel, could you share with us how Doc's Facility Solutions stands out in the cleaning industry, and what unique approaches or strategies do you employ to help your clients create rather a strong brand identity and attract more qualified prospects?
It's a very good question, because in the world of janitorial services, just about anybody can start a cleaning company. Years ago, it was like, the joke that you could, have a vacuum cleaner and a mop bucket and you were a cleaning company. What set us apart was I've now been in the industry 41 years. I've owned my own company over 10 and a half years, and we focus on cleaning for health, which was kind of against the trend back when I started the company, because everybody was more worried about how did a facility look, not how healthy was the facility. And then along came something called COVID, and then boom, everybody wanted to clean for health. So we kind of were on the cutting edge of that initially. But then one of the big things in all my years of working in the industry that was lacking because of the high turnover rates approaching 400 to 500% in our industry, so that's 4 to 5 people for every one position that you hold, we decided to put a big emphasis on training and education of our staff. And again, with the focus being around, let's clean for health rather than cleaning for appearance. And with appearance cleaning, it was, if it looks clean, it is clean. And that is not the case, as we all know.
Yeah. Very true. Very true. And you touched on this a little bit already, but one of the key aspects you emphasize is the cleaning for health. Can you elaborate on how your company integrates cutting edge technology and highly trained employees to ensure a healthy and safe environment for your clients? And what specific measures do you actually take to implement proper infection control practices?
Well, it starts initially with the process of onboarding an individual who comes into our company with a very thorough interview, trying to get their point of view as to where their thinking is, because we look for people that have a servant's heart to work with us, because you really have to have a servant's heart to be able to clean, because you're trying to make an environment safer for other people. So then we implement a very rigid training program through we have a trade organization called the ISSA, which is the International Supply Association. And we utilize their platforms to train our staff to ensure proper standard procedures are being done, best practices are being done. And then where we take it even a little further is, like you alluded to, is some of the cutting edge technology. So we use things like black lights to identify where there's still bacterial and organic materials in restrooms and high contact areas, such as light switches, doorknobs, a person's desk. ATP meters that, again, take it to a whole nother level with a scientific approach where we use swabs to swab a surface. It comes with a number after about 30 to 45 seconds, and that'll tell us if a surface is clean or not. So we're doing testing to actually make sure that the facilities that we're cleaning are in fact clean and safe for people to enter. If we don't know what something is, we have to rely on the science behind things. And what I mean by science is, what's the pH? Because if you don't understand the pH of a soil on a surface and you use the wrong chemical, you might damage the surface. You might set whatever's on that surface into as a stain that will not remove. We use UV lighting to help clean the air and surfaces to rid it of dangerous things that are airborne, including like right now in Rochester, New York, we have all this smoke from the wildfires in Canada. So
Yes.
UV is going to provide, a safe environment for our clients inside of their buildings. We use a product called Silver Defender, which germs don't typically grow on silver, so we can have these items that are die cut and will fit on call buttons, on flusher mechanisms, door handles, push bars. And after a period of time, between 3 to 6 months, we're able to remove that coating and put it back on. And the way that it differs from a product that people know that they see advertised on TV, like Microband, is that you can actually see, because there's a logo on it, so that you can see that surface is protected. Where when you're using an aerosol, you don't know if it's there, and that one only works for 24 hours. This one, because it's infused with silver, helps retard the growth of germs and bacteria and viruses for up to 3 to 6 months, depending on the volume of people. So it's, and always be learning, because there's cutting technology. Robotics is entering our industry because of the challenges of personnel. So there's floor cleaners that go through and clean large, like hospitals and schools and factories, and carpet cleaners that are robots, and window cleaners that are robots. So there's a lot of technology that's coming into our industry that most people saw as an industry that was, it's like a dead end job, or it's, what excitement is there? We use drones in our industry to clean high areas and disinfect high areas and sports arenas and things like that too.
That's amazing. I would never think of robotics or even drones in your industry. So that's absolutely fascinating. And I know that our viewers are going to definitely want to reconnect with you and learn a little bit more about that. Wow, because I know I do. So let's move on. It's really impressive what you've shared here, Joel, and to see the impact your services have had on reducing absenteeism, increasing staff productivity. Can you provide some examples or success stories that highlight the tangible benefits your clients have experienced as a result of partnering with Doc's Facility Solutions?
Got two perfect examples, and one is on a Google review, actually, and I'll start with that one. But it was a manufacturing facility, and the manufacturing facility, some background, was being acquired by some other people. So whenever a company is acquired, typically employee satisfaction is going to go down because of the uncertainties and things. And there was a lot of other changes. One of the changes bringing us in as the outside cleaning contractor. And what people in management realized and wrote about on a review was how it changed the people that worked there, their perception of how that new owner perceive them as people, and making a cleaner environment, a safer environment when they would go into their break room. And because people were happier at work and they were seen as valued, their productivity and even the cost runs of units that were defective lowered. So they had more items to actually sell to their end users. So when you have happy employees, people are going to work a little bit, better and harder. And, was that all of it? No, but I'm sure it was a big part of it. Hence why this company took the time to reach out and actually put a Google review up.
Nice.
And then early on in our career, before the big push for, reducing absenteeism, a company took an early opportunity to work with us. They were my second customer ever.
Oh, nice.
And, after the first year, the guy took me aside. He says, before I sign an extension with you, I have some questions. He said, what's different about you? I said, what do you mean? He said, well, not you, but your company. He says, I've worked here for over 40 years in my position. And we have basically over the last 20 years, the same employees, the same other vendors that come into our facility. And we have always tapped out our PTO on sick time to all of our staff. This is the first year that the worst, case person only used 30% of their sick time. And most
Wow.
people didn't use any. And the only difference is you. So I told them it's because we focus on cleaning for health and ensuring the people's safety. So those are two kind of unique stories about us and what makes us different.
I love those stories. And when people feel valued, people don't leave a place of business because of money. They feel that they're not being valued and appreciated. So
Correct.
there's lots of great statistics to be able to prove that. So, but definitely. So onwards to our last question, because we want to respect your time. In today's rapidly changing business landscape, what do you see as the biggest challenges faced by companies in the cleaning industry? And how does Doc's Facility Solutions help its clients navigate these challenges and achieve sustainable growth?
That's a very good question. It's got a very broad answer. I'm going to try to truncate it down to kind of the essential part. And the biggest thing is that a cleaning job is typically an entry level position, even if it's an in-house operation or a contract service like ourselves.
Mhm.
So right now, with the way that the ever-changing economy is, labor shortages are huge.
Yeah.
The quiet quitting, just open jobs. Even though we pay a living wage to our staff, it's still, even with us, is a challenge. And when we have those challenges, it also affects our end users, the clients that hire us. But what have we done? Well, one thing is we use word of mouth advertising amongst our staff. I have 3 women that work for me, and their children are now old enough, because in our industry they have to be over the age of 18. So I have 3 people that work for me that their children are starting to work for us.
Oh,
We
nice.
have husbands and wives that work for us. So again, that tells me as an employer we're doing the right things, because who would want their husband or wife here, or their sisters or their brothers or even their own children, if we weren't a company that showed empathy, as well as having a career path. Um, the increase in benefit package that we have over a lot. Again, it helps people stick. And New York State made a mandate a couple of years ago, like about a 401k program for any employer that had 10 or more employees. And we definitely have well over 10 people working here. But what's surprising is we already have 10 people that are now eligible for the 401k that are contributing and creating wealth for themselves for the future, which they weren't able to do before. And we have quarterly meetings to prepare people for that, as well as, talk to them about if they want to make changes at the enrollment periods, which is January and June. And then there's a career path here. The woman who reports directly to me has been with me 7.5 years. She's held several different jobs within, and now she runs my HR department and my operations department. If I'm not around, or I'm in a meeting or on vacation, or out of town on business, she's the person that runs everything. And she didn't speak English when she first started working for me,
Wow.
so she's taught herself English. She didn't know anything about HR. We hired an outside consultant to work with her to give her the skill sets needed to do. So we really take the time to train and develop our people, because in any organization, longevity of having people is key to having happy clients as well. Going back to your comment, happy employees create happy results.
Yeah.
And I'm, glad to know that in my industry, knowing what our turnover rates are, our rates are at least half of what the national average is. We still have our turnover, but the people that tend to work past a month period of time with us stay
Yes.
with us for quite a while.
That's wonderful. Yeah, you're going above and beyond. So if there was a picture beside the cleaning industries doing whatever it takes, that would definitely be you folks. So that's
Oh,
awesome.
thank you.
Continue the great work. So as we wrap up this enlightening conversation with Joel, it's really evident that he and his staff, their expertise in the cleaning industry is second to none. Their focus on cleaning for health, utilization of cutting edge technology, and dedication to helping clients establish a strong brand identity and sustainable growth make them a valuable partner for any company seeking to excel in their facilities management. And to learn more about the innovative solutions provided by Doc's Facilities Solutions, I encourage you to connect with Joel and continue this conversation. And his contact information will be in the description of this interview. So reach out to Joel. This is only the beginning of the conversation. I invite you to continue the conversation. And just a little backstory here. I've known Joel for a long time, and I met him when we were used to refer to him as one of the 7 wonders of the world. So I'm in the cleaning industry. So I'm going to leave it at that. If you want to find out more, you're going to have to reach out to Joel. So anyhow, stay tuned for more inspiring stories and expert insights on hanging out for a living. And thank you again, Joel, and everybody. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.